In the densely packed streets of Aduke, Lagos, where children run barefoot between open gutters and Danfo buses honk in never-ending symphony, 16-year-old Aduke lives with her mother in a small, crumbling one-room apartment. The zinc roof leaks when it rains, the floor is lined with thin mats, and the air always carries the scent of kerosene, pepper, and hardship. Aduke is a quiet, intelligent girl who dreams of escaping the limitations of her world. She wants to become a nurse. Her mother, Mama Aduke, is a widow who lost her husband to a scaffolding collapse on a construction site in Ikoyi years earlier. Since then, she has struggled to make ends meet by roasting yam and selling it at a junction under the scorching Lagos sun. Despite their poverty, they have joy in their home. They laugh, they pray, they imagine. Every night, Mama Aduke kneels beside Aduke, praying fervently for her daughter's future, asking God to lift them from the claws of poverty. She always ends her prayers the same way. Aduke me, your story will not end like mine. One day after school, while buying pepper and gari from the market, Aduke accidentally bumps into Bayo, a 19-year-old bus conductor who helps coordinate buses at the Agege Motor Park. He's charming, confident, and charismatic, the kind of boy mothers warn their daughters about. He has gold-plated teeth, wears designer knockoffs, and speaks pidgin fluently with persuasive ease. Bayo helps her pick up her scattered goods. He smiles and calls her fine girl. From that moment, he starts waiting outside her school. He buys her gala and lacasera. He tells her about his dreams of becoming a musician, how one day he'll make it big, shoot a music video, and take her to Lekki. Aduke is cautious at first, but gradually, she falls for him. He treats her like a queen, unlike any boy she's known. They begin to meet in secret. He calls her every night, and in his voice, she hears hope and excitement. One rainy Friday, Aduke lies to her mother and tells her she's staying late for school lessons. Instead, she follows Bayo to a friend's apartment in Abule Egba. The small room smells of sweat and weed. There are empty bottles and loud music playing. Aduke is nervous. She wants to leave. Bayo insists she stay and promises her nothing bad will happen. Later that night, under the flickering light of a candle, Bayo slept with her. She cries. He says, "I love you, Na. You be my woman. Don't worry, I go marry you." But the damage is done. Her innocence is stolen. Weeks go by. Aduke vomits in the mornings. Her breasts hurt. Her school uniform no longer fits properly. Mama Aduke notices the changes and confronts her. She slaps her, demands the truth, and takes her to a roadside chemist. "Congratulations, Zo," the chemist says. "Your daughter carry Bell." Mama Aduke weeps. "Who do this to you?" Aduke, in shame, mutters, "Bayo." They go to confront Bayo at the park, but Bayo laughs. "I know no wetin she dey talk. Na me be the only guy for Lagos? I no touch her oh." His friends mock them. Mama Aduke curses Bayo, but the humiliation is too much. Back home, things fall apart. Mama Aduke becomes cold. She stops praying. She stops talking. Neighbors whisper. Children chant rude songs when Aduke walks past. She drops out of school. Her world becomes smaller, darker. In her 8th month, on a humid night, Aduke goes into labor. With the help of Mama Sade, an old midwife in the compound, she gives birth to a girl. The baby cries out, her skin a rich tone of honey, her eyes sharp. But Mama Aduke refuses to hold her. This Pekin is a reminder of shame. Aduke stares at her daughter and weeps. Later that night, while everyone sleeps, she wraps the baby in an old wrapper and walks out into the darkness. She walks to the abandoned well behind their house. Rain begins to fall. Thunder rumbles. She places the baby near the mouth of the well. "I'm sorry," she whispers. "I'm sorry for bringing you into this world." She prepares to push, but doesn't. What she doesn't know is that in the next compound, Mama Ronke, a retired nurse and prayer warrior, is having her midnight devotion. She hears the faint cry. She runs to the well and finds the child, shivering, wet but alive. The next morning, police arrive. Witnesses confirm seeing Aduke leave with the baby. She is arrested. Mama Aduke faints. News spreads. At Kirikiri, Aduke enters a world of hardened women, thieves, drug dealers, and broken mothers. She doesn't talk. She stares at the wall for days. Only one woman reaches her, Mrs. Olanrewaju, a prison counselor. Slowly, over weeks, Aduke opens up. She tells her everything, the assault, the lies, fear. 8 months later, Aduke's trial begins. The courtroom is filled. Some come to mock, others come to listen. Aduke takes the stand. She breaks down. I didn't hate my baby. I just didn't know how to be strong. I was drowning. The judge listens. The counselor testifies. A social worker pleads. Aduke is sentenced to rehabilitation, not prison. She is sent to a women's shelter in Lekki. The baby is named Anjola Oluwa. We enjoy the mercy of God. She is adopted by Mr. and Mrs. Ibitoye, a loving middle-class couple. They raise her in Surulere. Anjola is bright, musical, poetic. She wins awards. She dances. She sings. At age 10, she writes a poem called Mercy Found Me and performs it at a youth event. Aduke becomes a skilled tailor. She opens a shop. She begins mentoring teen girls. She tells her story at schools, churches, and NGOs. But one day, she's in a tricycle near Anthony Village. A reckless Danfo collides with them. She wakes up in the hospital. You had internal bleeding, the doctor says. We saved your life, but your womb couldn't be saved. Aduke is crushed. The one thing she could have again, motherhood, is gone. Meanwhile, Bayo's life takes a dark turn. Years after denying Aduke, he marries a beautiful woman named Yetunde, promising her a good life. But Yetunde soon discovers Bayo's lies, drinking, and womanizing. Worse, after 5 years, they have no children. Doctors reveal Bayo is the problem. He is sterile. Yetunde becomes bitter. She packs her things and leaves. Bayo spirals. He begins drinking heavily, sleeps under the bridge at Ojuelegba, and is often seen muttering to himself. One night, he walks to the same abandoned well near Aduke's former home. He stares into it. He remembers Aduke, the baby, the shame he caused. Tears stream down his face. God, forgive me, he whispers. The next morning, his body is found beside the well, an empty bottle of dry gin in his hand. His story ends where hers nearly did. At a girls' outreach event, Aduke is invited to speak. Before her turn, a girl named Anjola Ibitoye steps forward and recites, They said I was thrown away, but mercy picked me. The hands that dropped me could not stop me. Aduke freezes. That voice, that name. After the event, they meet. Aduke sees the dimples, the eyes. I'm your mother, she says. Anjola cries. She runs into her arms. I forgive you, she whispers. Anjola begins spending weekends with Aduke. They laugh, they cook. She learns how to sew. Together with Mama Ronke, they start a shelter for pregnant teens called the Well of Grace. Aduke may never bear another child, but now she raises many. In front of her shop, Aduke plants a mango tree. Beneath it, she places a wooden bench. Engraved are the words, Mercy is louder than shame, grace is deeper than the well. Every August, on the birthday of the daughter she almost lost, Aduke lights a candle, writes a letter and places it beneath the tree. And somewhere across Lagos, another girl, broken, lost, hears Aduke's story and chooses to live.